Hey, everybody. We are here live at the Texas Capitol, although you can't see the beautiful trees. But I'm Rose Luna, CEO of TAASA, and I'm here with Liz Boyce. We're here primarily celebrating the fact that we got the governor's office exceptional item request of $115 million, which is our version of the Texas VOCA fix. We're very excited to hear that was included in the budget, went through conference, and $115 million is what was added. So that's good news for those who get VOCA funding here in our state. So very excited about that. But other than that, thank you for joining us today. We just thought it would be kind of cool to be here at the Capitol and do TAASA Talks. And we have a lot to share with y'all. So I will get out of the way and allow the team to give some other great updates.
Thank you, Rose. Hello, everyone. Thanks for checking out TAASA Talks. We'll get started. When is the last day of session, y'all?
So the last official day of the regular legislative session is on May 29th. This is commonly referred to as sine die, which is Latin for without a day, meaning that when the legislature adjourns sine die, it does so without setting a day to reconvene.
Okay, so with sine die less than 2 weeks away, what can you tell us about the approaching deadlines?
Yes, the month of May is full of many different deadlines affecting most bills that are still moving through the process. Probably the most important upcoming deadlines are May 24th, which is the last day for both the House and Senate to vote on bills from the other chamber. And then also May 28th, which is the last day both chambers can adopt either a conference committee report or concur with amendments made to a bill by the other chamber.
Okay. So what happens when the House and Senate make different changes to the same bill as we get close?
Yeah, so, throughout the process, there's amendments added to different bills in each chamber. And so the House and Senate can either, as Ashley was saying, concur, or they can go to what is called a conference committee. So that it usually consists of 3 to 4 House and Senate members. And it's typically the authors, co-authors, or joint authors if the bill has them. And they kind of get together, hammer out some of the changes that were made, and come to an agreed upon language. And then each chamber has to vote on that agreed upon language. So that's called the conference committee report. So once that is fully finalized, that will be sent to the governor's office for his signature or whatever he decides.
All right. Thank you, Samantha. So as we're talking about that and knowing where it moves through the House and the Senate, what is the latest on the TAASA priority bills?
Yeah, so exciting news. SB 806 was the one that made it all the way through the process and has been sent to the governor's office. So we are very excited about that. It was sent to him back on May 9th. And so he can either sign the bill or allow it to go into effect without his signature. But we're excited it made it all the way through.
Wonderful news. And then update, next one.
This bill is also trucking right along. It's the bill that we had requiring prosecutors to better engage with victims about the disposition of their case. And it was unanimously voted out of both chambers and will be headed to the governor's desk very soon.
Woo. And then our last TAASA priority, the little bill that could.
The little bill that could is still trying. It's still trying to make its way on up that hill. So yeah, in all transparency, this is not as far along as we would hope. HB 3786 had made tremendous traction in the last month. It got heard. There was some fantastic testimony and advocacy around, the reason why we need representation for victims in the criminal process. We had the fantastic survivor support that came out and testified. We had attorneys testify. It was really impactful, and the committee itself really heard the testimony and pushed that bill along very rapidly. So it didn't stay in committee that long, really. It was just now it has made its way out of the House. The full House voted on it, and that was good news as of last Friday, I believe. then it's just taken a little bit of time now to be heard in the Criminal Justice Committee, which is the Senate Criminal Justice Committee. It's been referred over there, but it does need to be heard before it can then move off to the Senate floor to be finally passed. So it's definitely looking less likely at this stage, but we are definitely not giving up. If it doesn't get a hearing, or if it doesn't quite finish the process at the end by sine die, we're not gonna give up. We're gonna keep working on it in the interim, and you'll hear about it more next session. So stay tuned. Hopefully, send us your good positive vibes, and let us know if you have any friends that could talk about this to certain members of the Criminal Justice Committee.
Thank you, Liz. And thank you, Ashley. And thank you, Samantha. That was quick updates on those priorities. Y'all, we're not going to take up too much more of your time. If you have questions, input, or want to take part in this last process, as Liz made a request, policy@taasa.org is the best way to reach us. And yeah, thanks for joining.
Thank you. See ya.